Hey, I want to talk about the deconditioning process in human design. And first I need to say that for me, why I am approaching or learning the human design system, it's because I'm passionate about it. But for me, it's not just the text, it's not just the videos, it is my life that I'm passionate about. And it is, I need to experiment with the knowledge. I need to understand it in my body. I want to engage it in life, everything, and I want to meet it in other people. This is what is exciting for me in it. And for me, it cannot stay. It cannot be a Bible that this is the truth, and even if I don't understand the words, I will quote it and say, this is the truth because that's the information that came, and so on. It's not possible for me. I need to understand, I need to realize, I need to know the truth inside me. So when I look at the human design system, it's not the first thing I'm bumping into in my life. It's not the first thing and not the last. And simultaneously, there are more things that I'm exploring, that I live in me in my daily life. So it needs to go for me harmoniously, hand in hand. And I admit that I have sometimes a problem to connect the human design way to not real life, everything is real life, but other approaches, other things I feel that are correct for me. So when I talk about the deconditioning process, I first want to say what it actually means in my understanding from the human design viewpoint, and then from my viewpoint connecting to life more in an not human design language way. So human design language way, it is that there is an awareness that is able to watch the conditioning that comes into the mind, into the conscious mind, and wants the mind to identify with it and act from it. Like for me, an obvious one will be my open ego. Do I still not feel worthy enough? Do I still need to prove myself? And if I'm able to see it to be some part in me, like something that stands more in the back, is able to be aware of this conditioning that comes in and only watch. This is awareness. This is the awareness of the passenger consciousness. This is the key. And what happens then? That the decision that you do take or I take will come from the subconscious, from the body. This is the point. Now for me there is a problem here, and this, not a problem, but there is a problem. And this connects me to other ways or other things I was exploring, systems, let's say, I was exploring. And it is that it's possible to behave in a pattern even if not seeing that it comes from a place that is actually not me, a place that I identified with something and I try to fix and solve it. Like, let's say I need to prove myself. So I need to write something, let's say a post in Facebook, because I want to be seen like this amazing person, and that people will say, oh, how beautiful, and give me a like. And it will feed the thing I was identifying with, and it will not really solve the problem. Now it goes a bit zoom in into that, but the point is that there are behaviors that we are behaving and we are even not aware that we are behaving them. We are just on automatic pilot. An automatic pilot behaving the same thing, like the hamster on this wheel, turning again, running on the same wheel in the same cage. It's the same fucking thing and with no end. So there is a thing for me to understand how it comes to be, because this behavior comes from something, and it comes, from my understanding, from a thought, something that thinks, this I need to do, and the thought comes from the emotion, and from the emotion comes from a belief. Now the point is, with those behaviors that we are behaving, there need to be a muscle that we train with, that we grow. Like I'm running every day, my muscle of running will get stronger. So my muscle of awareness, I need to work on it. It is not a one-day magic pill from Morpheus in the Matrix and boom, you are awakened. No. So if I'm able to watch my behavior, maybe I can see the thoughts that are behind it, that I'm maybe not aware that they are existing and what they are. And maybe then the emotions are so fucked up in our world, defined, not defined. Nobody really knows even to understand and explain to himself even what he feels actually. It's like under the carpet, it's behind doors, we don't look. And behind then that, there is a belief. What will it be? We can go back to my open ego. Am I still not feeling worthy enough? And when I connect the dots, not just say theoretically like I say now, when I'm able in life to connect the dots, I'm making this behavior. I have these thoughts that are thinking that made me behave that. I have these emotions that triggered the thoughts. And I have this belief, core belief, that because of that, I created all this pattern that I repeat and repeat like the hamster in the wheel. And the point is, if I can track back, if I can watch enough, if I can strengthen the muscle of awareness, I can slowly see that there is a pressure of conditioning coming in, and I'm more able, I have the muscle to choose to act or not. It's not anymore an compulsive, blind thing that I'm just acting. It becomes an awareness. There is a difference of time of seeing it and not acting, and maybe I'm pushed, but maybe even not. I feel it's a bit complex, what I'm explaining now, but the point is, if I track back, if I go back, and I'm able to see the origin of it, of my behavior, then there is the chance, then there is the opportunity to be more, in human design terms, passenger consciousness. If not, we are just running in circles all day long with everybody else, with no end.